You will make a mistake today. A big one, a small one, a quiet one, an obvious one. Mistakes happen. There will probably be mistakes in this video too. I'm an AI-generated voice, so trust me. I know a thing or two about mistakes. But Nina eventually learned something important. The smartest people aren't the ones who avoid mistakes. They're the ones who learn from them. And it all started with a broken vase. Nina had recently joined a community art workshop in Pine Valley. It was the kind of place where artists, hobbyists, and beginners all worked together. She loved it. Every Wednesday evening, the room buzzed with creativity. Paintbrushes moved. Clay spun on pottery wheels. Ideas filled the air. For the first time in a long time, Nina felt inspired. There was just one problem. Everyone else seemed better than her. The foxes painted beautiful landscapes. The mice created detailed sculptures. Even the beginners seemed confident. Meanwhile, Nina still felt like she was figuring things out. But she kept showing up, week after week, learning, practicing, trying. Then one evening, the workshop owner announced exciting news. A local gallery would be visiting in 2 weeks. The best student projects would be featured in a public exhibition. Everyone immediately got to work, including Nina. She decided to create a hand-painted ceramic vase. It would be her most ambitious project yet. For days, she worked on it. Every detail mattered. Every pattern, every brushstroke. Slowly, the vase became something she was genuinely proud of. For the first time, Nina started believing she might actually be good at this. Then disaster struck. One evening, as she carried the vase across the workshop, her sleeve caught the corner of a table. Everything happened in a second. The vase slipped, fell, and shattered across the floor. The room went silent. Nina froze. Pieces of clay scattered everywhere. Weeks of work were gone. A few students looked over. Someone gasped, and Nina wished the floor would swallow her whole. Her face burned with embarrassment. She wanted to disappear. The workshop owner walked over, but Nina couldn't even look up. All she could think was, I ruined it. I failed. Everyone saw. Without saying much, she gathered the broken pieces and went home early. That night, she replayed the moment over and over. The sound of the vase breaking, the shocked faces, the embarrassment. And as often happens after mistakes, the story inside her head started growing. Maybe I'm not good at this. Maybe I don't belong there. Maybe everyone thinks I'm careless. By the next workshop meeting, Nina had already decided she wasn't going back. It was easier to avoid the embarrassment than face it. Then Kitty called. When Nina explained what happened, Kitty listened quietly. Finally, she asked a question. So what are you going to do? What do you mean? What happens next? Nina frowned. There is no next. The project is ruined. Kitty paused, then laughed. The vase is ruined. Not the lesson. Nina didn't say anything, because deep down, she knew Kitty might be right. The next day, Bear stopped by Nina's apartment. By then, news of the broken vase had spread through the workshop. Bear listened carefully, then asked a question that completely changed Nina's perspective. Do you know why mistakes feel so painful? Nina shrugged. Because they're embarrassing? Partly, Bear nodded, but mostly because they force us to confront reality. Nina looked confused. Bear continued. Mistakes show us the gap between where we are and where we want to be. The question is whether we study that gap or run from it. Those words stayed with Nina. Study it or run from it. For the first time, she realized something. The mistake itself wasn't her biggest problem. Avoiding it was. A few days later, Nina returned to the workshop. At first, she felt nervous. Everyone remembered what happened. or at least she thought they did. But something surprising happened. Nobody laughed. Nobody mocked her. Most people barely mentioned it, because they were busy dealing with their own mistakes, their own struggles, their own insecurities. Funny enough, the thing Nina couldn't stop thinking about was something everyone else had already moved on from. That's when she made a decision. Instead of pretending the mistake never happened, she would learn from it. She examined every part of what went wrong. Why had she carried the vase that way? Why hadn't she secured it properly? Why had she rushed? Little by little, she identified the lessons hidden inside the failure. Then she started again, from scratch. New clay, new design, new attempt. And something interesting happened. The second vase was better. Not because Nina had suddenly become talented, because she had become wiser. The mistake had taught her something, a lesson success never could. 2 weeks later, gallery representatives visited the workshop. Nina's new vase wasn't perfect, but it was selected for the exhibition. When the announcement came, she smiled, not because she had been chosen, but because she understood something she hadn't understood before. The real victory wasn't creating the vase. The real victory was returning after failure. Months later, Nina would barely remember the exhibition, but she would never forget the lesson. Because that lesson applied to far more than pottery. It applied to friendships, careers, relationships, goals, life. Every mistake gives us a choice. Hide from it or learn from it. And that choice often matters more than the mistake itself. Everyone makes mistakes. Successful people, confident people, smart people, creative people, everyone. The difference is not who makes mistakes. The difference is what happens next. Some people spend their lives protecting their ego. Others spend their lives improving their skills. One group hides from mistakes. The other studies them. And in the long run, the people willing to learn almost always grow further than the people trying to look perfect. Because perfection teaches very little. But mistakes can teach you everything.